Hello. And welcome. I never get this timing right. I never get this timing right of starting the stream because of the YouTube delay. I'm not sure I'll ever get it right. We'll get there eventually. But yeah, hola. How you doing, Shock? Hope you're well. Hope everyone's well. Hope everyone's looking forward to the Max Verstappen show. Because that's what it's gonna be. The Max Verstappen show. Who can beat Max Verstappen? Nobody. Lawman, good afternoon to you. What was I doing? That's right, I was actually putting the Formula 1 on. I don't have it on. Yeah, so I watched FP3 and well, it doesn't look great for anyone that isn't in a Red Bull, does it? It doesn't look great for anyone that's not in a Red Bull. And to be honest, even the Red Bulls, Max was like 6 tenths ahead of Sergio Perez, so... It's not exactly looking great for a competitive qualifying, but we'll see. It didn't look like Ferrari were... I mean, I hope that Ferrari have got more in the tank, or they're in real trouble, because they were nowhere. Ferrari were nowhere. So I hope that they've had their engines turned down for their sake. Well, assuming that they can turn their engines back up, like. Because something was very weird with them. They've just not been on the pace all weekend, like miles off it as well. That will go live hopefully when the session starts. Well, with their new engines, yeah. Yeah. I just don't I don't know. Well, here's the thing, Ashwin. It depends if this is a more serious issue for Ferrari. Last year, they had a real engine problem. They had to turn their engines down because they were too unreliable. They claim they fixed that this year, but Charles Leclerc had 2 failures on his control electronics. One before the first race and one during the first race. And he's taken a new combustion engine for this race. And he's only allowed 3 of them for the year. My worry is that Ferrari have got a gremlin in that engine, and they're going to have to run it on lower power, just like they did last year. If that is the case, they're going to be in serious trouble with how close the grid is. So I hope that isn't the case, but it kind of seems like that way, doesn't it? You got Charles Leclerc has taken a 10-place grid penalty at the second race. It's only a matter of time before... Well, what happens if his control electronics fails again? What happens then? Obviously, it's another penalty, but then they've got a real issue. And then Carlos Sainz hasn't had an issue yet, so... I don't know, it's weird, isn't it? It's weird. I'm just... We need Ferrari to be challenging Red Bull, because I think Aston Martin are close... But they're not quite close enough, are they? Aston Martin are kind of best of the rest at the minute. And yeah, out of nowhere, Williams were really good in FP3. Mate, I don't know. Were they just running higher engine modes and everyone else wasn't? I don't know. We'll see after qualifying. We'll see. It'll be interesting. We'll see. I don't expect there's going to be a shock at the front of the grid. I think it's more so going to be midfield and down where the shocks are going to be, I think. I don't see anyone beating Max to pole. Well, I hope Ferrari have more pace. I hope so. Apparently, based on race pace, Aston Martin, Mercedes, Ferrari, and Alpine all seem pretty close. So, we'll see. It's the second longest race on the calendar. Well, longest track. No, it's not. There might be some circuits where the Aston Martin will be closer to the Red Bull and might be able to nick a win. But that Red Bull's good everywhere. These two tracks we've just been at, Bahrain and Saudi, are completely different circuits. And Verstappen and Red Bull are miles ahead on both. That Red Bull works on every track. It's absolutely absurd how good that Red Bull car actually is. It's insane. No one can get near it. Ferrari are in a bit of a weird spot because the Ferrari doesn't seem particularly good, you know? And I'm just wondering if they're holding back. I would have thought in FP3 though they would have gone all out though with their engine, but I don't know. Yeah, well, they're great in the fast corners. They've got great traction in the low speed corners, and they've got great top line speed. Like they're just good everywhere, aren't they? I'll be amazed if it isn't a Red Bull 1-2, Max first. I think it's probably going to be Max first, Perez second, Alonso third. Then one of the Ferraris, I'm going to say Charles Leclerc. Then one of the Mercedes, I'm going to say Lewis. And then I don't know beyond that. To be honest, that's not even a given because the Alpines were really quick. Actually, and Stroll will probably be ahead of the Mercedes. Oh, God, I don't know. Did you like that one? Yeah, I thought it was funny. It's true though. I mean, literally the only thing that's stopping Max is himself. Ain't nobody stopping Max Verstappen apart from Max Verstappen. Let's see if there's timing updates. One sec. There we go. I think probably, Ashford, if you base the performance on Fernando's pace, then probably. But it's hard to judge because I'm not sure if we can base Lance Stroll's performance. We can compare him to Alonso because I think Alonso is a better driver, right? So, yeah, I think Stroll will be ahead of the Mercedes this race because I think he's had a bit more time to recover. So I think he'll be ahead of the Mercedes. Oh, it is, Lawman. Like, that's exactly what it's going to be. The only difference is it's not going to be the Mercedes dominating. It's going to be Red Bull. Like, 1,000%. I think Red Bull will have the championship wrapped up earlier than last year. Who's challenging them? Who's challenging them? I mean, it is F1. Like, this is how F1 has always been. If you think of the Ferrari dominance, then Red Bull dominated for 4 years. Then obviously Mercedes have been dominating the hybrid era. You know, this happens across all of it because one team make an amazing car and that's it, isn't it? I think that's what's interesting, and that's what people have been quoting. They're like, hold on, 2021 was the closest season we've had in years with Max and Lewis fighting till the last race, and then we change regulations, and now everyone's a second behind Red Bull. And they're like, sorry, is this what we wanted? Well, it is what it is, isn't it? You don't know what's going to happen in a season with changes like this until they're made. Oh, there's a car already off at turn 1. Nick De Vries, he's already spun it, turn 1. See ya. That's those tyres ruined. Oh, actually, yeah, Nick De Vries didn't get out in FP3, did he? So, unfortunate. Merc are already changing their concept. They've all but admitted it. They've literally said that they're changing it. It doesn't say what they're changing it to, but they're changing it. Toto Wolff has said that the car will look very different later in the season. So, yeah, they're changing it. But, do you know what? That Williams looks really good. I'm on the helmet cam of Alexander Albon, and I'll be honest, it actually looks really smooth down the straight.
Guys arriving.
Impressive. Fair play. At least Sargent going quicker than Albon. Hello? Oh my god, he lost the rear, Nick De Vries.
So we need to box because
No, it's coming now.
the tires.
Watch your mirrors. Copy box.
Yeah, he hit the brakes and round he goes. The thing is, it's not just the side pods. I think Sam Collins made a really good video on the Mercedes, right? And he said, if you change the side pods, you have to change the front of the car because the air that comes off the front wing goes to the side pods. So you need to change the front wing area, the suspension, the way that the air travels. The front fins on the floor, well, they now need to be changed because you're directing air a different way. Then the rear suspension and the rear diffuser, the rear beam wing, that all now needs to be changed because the air coming off the side pods is completely different. It's not just changing the side pods. It's changing the whole car. Because as they said, if they just popped on some side pods from another team, they'd actually be slower. It's just not, it's not that simple. Who am I supporting? To be honest, I don't really know. I don't really know anymore. I think I've always...
System setting. What should it be on?
Okay, we'll let you know.
I've always still got a soft spot for the Brits, Norris, Hamilton, Russell. But overall, I'm just here for the show now. You know, Hamilton and Russell, they're not going to be winning races, are they? So I just want to see a good competition. I'd really like to see Alonso mix it up with Max Verstappen, but I'm not sure that's going to happen.
So menu system position 8. Menu system position 8.
Charles Leclerc slower than a Haas. What? What? How is Charles Leclerc slower than a Haas? Motion Sheep, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. I am going to keep doing all the Formula 1 content. I do love Formula 1, so I'm going to keep doing the videos. I had a couple that did like incredibly well, and then it's been a bit of a more knock down to earth the last few, but they've still been getting good views. So I'm going to keep doing it. I think they're coming across pretty good. I think they are. So yeah, I'll keep doing it. And you know, hopefully we'll gain some traction over the next you know, couple months. We'll keep at it. I've got a couple of video ideas lined up. I've started doing an entire guide to Formula 1. That's going to be out maybe next week. Maybe the week after. Hamilton, 8/10 off Perez. Russell goes 4th. Third even. Oh my god. What is going on? Oh my word. Verstappen. Half a second up on Perez. 1.3 seconds away from Hamilton. Yeah. 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 Oh my god. That's insane. I don't know what's happening. Why is Hulkenberg in third place? What's happened there? Where did Hulkenberg come from? That's mad, isn't it? Hulkenberg for a cheeky... Oh. Oh, you're talking about Max. Yeah, Max Verstappen was second quickest on the hard. Sorry, yeah, I thought you were talking about Hulkenberg. But yeah, he was. He was lightning quick. I think McLaren will have a... Well, I want to say a better race weekend, but they haven't exactly. But oh, he's had to get out of it. Norris had to get out of that lap. I think they'll have a better race than Bahrain, but I'm not sure it's going to be a good race, to be honest. Well, I don't think there's been any intent to tailor them towards Adrian Newey. I know conspiracy theorists have sort of said that, and I don't disagree that the one person at any team most suited to ground effect when it comes to an aerodynamicist is Adrian Newey. Because not only is he an incredible aerodynamicist, he's the one person who was in Formula One when it went through its ground effect era, and they went through all those problems that time. So, you know, yeah, it is what it is, really, isn't it? Oh, Lando actually hit the wall. So, I don't think they've intentionally pushed it that way, but he certainly, as it happens, is the one person who's perfectly suited to... perfectly suited to ground effect.
I damaged the box. I hit the wall. Front left steering.
Nah, they're not tailoring the car towards Russell or Hamilton. I think they're just trying to get it working. Lewis isn't going to leave, I don't think. Lewis will stay for another season. I don't think I don't think Mercedes are tailoring the car to any driver at the minute. They're trying to get it fast. Oh, who's that? It was Fernando Alonso facing the wrong way. What the hell? Alonso facing the wrong way? That is not what you want. I tell you what you don't want on this track, to be facing the wrong way when there's so many blind corners. That is some dangerous shit, that is. Jesus Christ. Mercedes doing better laps,
So
but
references is going to be a very fast turnaround curve.
track evolution is really quite mad on this track. So it doesn't necessarily mean they're getting quicker. It just means the track itself is getting quicker. Lewis will go a little bit quicker, and his little bit quicker is a second off Verstappen. 1 second. And he improved. That's insane. Okay, it's 9/10, but may as well be a second. Oh my word. This is going to be worse than we thought. This is worse than we thought. Oh, he lost it on turn 1. I know that pain from the Formula 1 game. Hard traction zone, that, Fernando. Got to be more careful on the throttle, mate. No, it's going to get worse as well, because honestly, in Bahrain, I think it was after like lap 5 or something. After like lap 5, they turned the engine down, Red Bull. They turned the engine down after literally lap 5. It's like, yeah, got this one in the bag, lads. Yeah, just turn the engine down. And Max is like, no, I want to play. And he's like, listen, just, Max, we've got this, yeah? Just chill. We'll have a little chat over the radio. We'll go for some lunch. You go home, world champion. Just chill. I don't know if it shows it on this screen. I could probably find it somewhere.
No,
Hold on, let me see if I can find it, and I could put it up if I could find it.
If you can tell me the gap behind next time before going into turn 5, just...
I'm using the Formula One
Understood.
live timing. I don't know if it's on the screen or not.
We believe next lap will be good for traffic.
Let me have a look. Oh, there is a part. Oh yeah, I think Red Bull, barring some sort of disaster for other teams, will win every race. I firmly believe that. Hold on.
Ooh, let's keep an eye on the brakes. Bit of a
Ooh, someone spun. Logan Sargent. Bear me a second.
Yeah, no grip.
Yeah, copy Lance. Similar first push to others, so just track is not quick overall. Track is not quick overall. So use the switches, and we'll go again. Tyres are going to come better next lap.
There you go. But yeah, I think on raw pace, Red Bull are going to be smashing every race.
Copy. Offset 4.
I think, personally. Barring Red Bull just taking engine penalties and stuff, I think they're going to win every race. Just watching this Logan Sargent replay. Oh, yeah, he lost it on the way in. He's a lucky boy that didn't touch the wall. Lucky boy. As it happens, though, Albon is through, or going through. Logan Sargent, though, is in last place because of his spin. They're trying to fix Lando Norris's suspension. I don't think he's going to get back out. Yeah, I mean, look. We're talking about an absurd lead that they have. I will say this, though. To put this into context, Verstappen and Perez are in the same car, and Max is half a second quicker than Perez. So, yes, it's the car, but also Max is getting more out of that car than Perez. So, you know, let's say the gap to Mercedes is a second, but Perez isn't getting a second. You know? So, I can have a poll, but the only problem with a poll is I can only have 4 choices. So you have to previously choose the 4 people you think are going to get poll. And if someone doesn't get it, like, if it's someone that isn't in the list, so it's like...
Yeah, there was a double yellow that cleared very, very close to you coming through there.
I tell you what, I'll give you a poll. Hold on.
Currently P10. So
I'll give you a poll. There we go. I've put a poll in for qualifying. So, guys, who's getting pole position? Is it going to be Max Verstappen, Verstappen Max, Max, or Verstappen? Who do we think? So currently, going back to qualifying, Norris is out of qualifying. He's going to go out of qualifying because he broke his suspension when he hit the wall. So the other people at risk are Tsunoda, De Vries, Gasly, and Sargent. Sargent is on his out lap, but I'm not sure Sargent's going to cross the line in time. He might have just crossed the line. He might have. Oscar Piastri's in 15th. I think Oscar Piastri's in trouble as well. Okay, Sargent did make it across the line. Okay, excellent. So he can get his lap in. That Williams looks pretty handy, so... Bottas is in the drop zone. Norris, we know, is out. Tsunoda, De Vries, and Sargent, they're the ones really who have a chance of getting out. Hulkenberg up to 6th. Stroll up to 4th. Oof. Oof. Joe improves. Massive improvements from everyone. Piastri really needs a lap here. He really needs a lap. Ooh, Tsunoda in 15th. That AlphaTauri is not a good car, is it? Nick De Vries, 18th. Oof. Awkward. Franz Tost from AlphaTauri said he doesn't trust engineers anymore because they told him they'd gained a lot of time over the winter, and he's like, well, it's obviously a lie.
Need to be minus on the delta time. That was a good lap.
Piastri goes up to 11th. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's good. Yeah, but Hamilton wasn't doing another lap. He's safe in 10th, so... So... I think Sargent and Albon are both out, then. One of them stopped. Has Sargent stopped on track? Has he hit the wall?
Okay, checkered. Okay, Sargent is stopped at turn 10. Watch for Sargent there. There's no yellow, but watch for Sargent there at turn 10.
So, out, Tsunoda, Albon, De Vries. So both AlphaTauris and both Williams are out, and Norris because of his crash. Now, that AlphaTauri is not a good car. Franz Tost was saying that, yeah, like I say, he doesn't trust his engineers because they promised a better car, and it's just not quick enough. He's like, they've just not done a good car. So... Mercedes didn't do another lap then, because they went out on used tyres. They didn't do another lap at the end, though, when the track was evolving, so... I think they'll be a little bit higher than that. We didn't see what happened to Logan Sargent. It just said that he pulled over, so... I don't know if he had a car issue.
Messed up the last corner.
Oh, no. Messed up the last corner. De Vries. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. I mean, honestly, Max could just go out, put one lap in, and then get out of the car and go for lunch. Like, qualifying takes place quite late in Saudi Arabia, I think, because obviously it's evening time. So, honestly, Max, just put in your lap and then just go chill. Get some rest. You need it. You know? Like, he doesn't need to do 2 laps. To be honest, he just... You know what I mean? It's not even funny how far ahead they are.
Default plan for Q2 question.
Yes. Copy. Do you have a preference of which set? This one. Copy.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay, and for reference, Joe got to P9 in a 29.6. Times are very tight.
Yeah. We may as well hide the first position, mightn't we? We may as well just hide the first position and just put like Max and Checo in like another division. So they're like hypercars, and then everyone else is GT3 sports cars. And we'll just have two separate divisions. I mean, at this point, that's what we're gonna have to do, isn't it? He hit Logan Sargent throwing it into turn one. Did he hit the wall? Yeah, he broke the rear suspension. Oh dear, Logan. So Logan Sargent had his lap time deleted for crossing the pit line. Oh, come on. He didn't gain any time from that, did he? Come on. That Haas is looking pretty handy, though, isn't it? Handy Haas? Hello.
It's still 45 seconds, Nico. 45 seconds. So just queue here.
So, the results of the poll. 61% of you think Max Verstappen will get pole position, whereas 16% of you believe Verstappen Max will get pole position. 11% of you think Max will get pole position, and also 11% of you thinks Verstappen will get pole position. So I'm glad that we've cleared that up. Yeah. You know, it's weird though. They must have really good microphones because this is what I don't understand. Because unless he's not using his headphone mic when he speaks to them, because that doesn't really make any sense to me. Because they must have some of the best microphones, no? Mercedes going out on used sets of softs. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the AlphaTauris have not been quick, so I'm not really surprised by that. I'm maybe a little bit surprised by the Williams, because they seem to be doing pretty well in FP3. Lando's a tough one because he clipped the wall, so he would have definitely been through otherwise. Yeah, maybe he's using his webcam mic. Why not? Maybe. Oh, it's thirsty work, this. Well, I'd like to think mine is okay. It's pretty expensive. But James Vowels, though. You can get some really good headset mics. Like, really good headset mics. These days. And so I would imagine the radio engineers would have some pretty good ones. I always think engineers sound... Obviously, the drivers sound a little bit more muffled because they've got a microphone inside their helmet and you've got all the noise going on. But sometimes the engineers don't sound that great either. So yeah, maybe it is webcam mic. It might be that Sky have a camera in front of James with a microphone on it. I don't know. Toto just with his shelf of headsets that he could just pull from whenever he breaks one. Alonso's gone first, but I mean, that's not exactly surprising because Stroll's gone second. Half a second down on Alonso, though. I'm interested to see what the Ferraris do. I need to check if Ferraris are actually out on fresh tyres. I think they are. No, I think Ferrari are out on fresh tyres. I could be wrong. Still trying to work out how to read this website. I hope they are. Well, Sainz's lap was really slow compared to Charles Leclerc. Oh my god, Mercedes are so slow. Jesus. Jesus. Mercedes are gonna be... Mercedes are gonna struggle, I think, to get into Q3 at this rate. They're gonna be the bottom end of the top 10. Oh my god. I think the Aston Martins will be there or thereabouts with the Ferraris. I think the Alpines might get up there as well.
Okay, let's go to break.
Could be interesting.
Please keep pace up on this slow lap. It'll buy us a bit.
Ooh, Max.
First lap puts us in P3 so far, so very good job.
Ooh, Maxi boy, that was close. Well, they have been the last couple of years, Ashwin. Obviously, that never used to be the case, but... They used to be lightning quick in qualifying, didn't they? Years gone by, but yeah, in the last couple of years, they've been pretty slow. They were on used tyres, Mercedes, though, so... They weren't on fresh tyres, but still.
Oh, big moment.
Oh, Max backed out of that lap. Interesting. Max backed out of that lap for some reason. This looks like an issue. Max has got an engine issue!
I have a problem. Engine problem.
Oh, he's fixed it, I think. Has he? No? No. Oh my word. It's the only thing that can beat Max Verstappen.
Okay, press in button, car close behind.
The
start to
engine
push.
and concrete walls.
Okay, we need to push on the in lap for time.
No, I just didn't turn them on, Freeman. I just... I couldn't be bothered.
Or a prep push or a single push.
Do you want me to put them
What
on?
do you think?
Do you want me to?
Either fast or just fast.
It sounds... Yeah, that's why he bailed out. I was wondering why he bailed out of his lap. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Fernando Alonso for pole?
It's almost not accelerating.
Okay, understood, Max. Well, we'll do what we can. We're happy for you to try and limp home if possible.
Alonso could get pole. Ooh. Oh dear. Yeah, but I think Alonso's got Perez in his pocket. Here's Alonso. Perez. Pop him in there. No problem at all. Oh, they're not happy, those Red Bull engineers. Did you see him telling the cameraman to get out of the way? Ooh, they were not happy. Well, look, they're dominating and they're going to dominate the season. No one, you know, so they don't need to be naggy about it.
Oh, shit.
I mean, the good thing for Max is it hasn't happened in the race. It's happened in qualifying. Genuinely, Max can win from 15th. Such is the speed. Like, such is Max Verstappen's speed, he will win from 15th. It doesn't change anything. It really doesn't change anything.
Be clear, keep your eyes open, please.
All it does is make the race more entertaining because we can see Max coming through the field from 15th. That's all it changes. He'll still win. They're like a second a lap quicker than anyone. So it's just not an issue, is it? I mean, Fernando Alonso might have something to say about that, by the way, but, you know. Oh, Carlos. Yeah, so, I mean, that spiced the race up for tomorrow, at least, so, yeah. Won't be a complete snooze fest, which is good.
Check out an early heads up, flap angle. We'll go again on this scrub set.
So yeah, Verstappen's out. Hülkenberg's lap got deleted, so he needs another good lap. And then you've got the two Alfa Romeos, Bottas and Zhou Guanyu, and Carlos Sainz had to bail out of his lap, so he's actually in 11th at the minute. What is going on? Oscar Piastri is not putting in a particularly good lap, and he is in 10th, so he's in trouble. Sainz is going to improve, you assume, so that will knock Oscar Piastri out. You assume. Oscar crosses the line, doesn't improve, so he stays in 10th. Zhou Guanyu doesn't improve. Well, he improves, but only goes up to 12th. Bottas stays 13th. Oof. Hamilton improves a little bit. He was safe anyway, but... Lance Stroll stays 4th. Yeah, Hülkenberg and Sainz are the two, really, we want to see now. We want to see if Hülkenberg can get out. And then Carlos Sainz. Because Alonso is going out now. Alonso's going out now. That was a good lap from Russell. Russell's got a couple of tenths on Hamilton at the minute, it seems. Russell is a lot more comfortable. Oh, God, that Haas rear wing. That rear wing of the Haas, when DRS was open, was flapping about everywhere. I don't know. Right, Sainz is out. He's got a Mercedes in his way, George Russell, but he should move out of the way quick enough.
Had a massive snapping turn.
Oh, Sainz has bailed out of his lap.
Sure.
Okay, Carlos Sainz is in 11th. He's going to get one more chance at a lap. He just bailed out of that one. He's going to get one more chance. Mercedes are saving a set of tyres. It's already been said they're saving a set of tyres for Q3. This is weird. Okay, so Carlos is going to go for another lap. Oh, careful. Max had a gearbox issue. Lol, man. He's out. He's out of qualifying. Oh, Carlos is now...
Check is in 2 minutes. All these guys.
Carlos is stuck behind Ocon.
That's fine.
Oh, this is it for Carlos Sainz. He needs this lap. He had to bail out of the last one. Max had a gearbox issue. He had a gearbox issue and had to pull over. So he didn't get a lap in. Oh, Carlos Sainz kept it. God, it's so quick through those S's, man. Carlos Sainz is up on the time he needs to get out of the elimination zone. They're cutting that corner. Now the wall isn't there. They're cutting that corner now. Over the line. Oh, Piastri. Piastri got into 7th. Lovely. Bottas is out. So there's 3 more cars going out. This looks like Carlos Sainz has done enough. Hulkenberg put his lap in, got into 8th. Sainz is going to finish this lap, and he's going to go in. Yeah, Sainz goes through. K-Mag. Oh, no! K-Mag got knocked out. What about Gasly? Gasly could knock Hulkenberg out here. Gasly!
Okay, so box.
Oh, he does by 4 thousandths of a second. A 100th of a second. Ah. So Hulkenberg, Zhou Guanyu, Magnussen, Bottas, and Max Verstappen are out in Q2. Piastri has put that McLaren into Q3. He needs a lot of credit for that. He needs a lot of credit for that. Piastri's put that McLaren into Q3. Excellent work. Then you've got the remaining Red Bull, the 2 Aston Martins, 2 Ferraris, 2 Mercedes, 2 Alpines. Yeah, look. Max Verstappen will win the race. Make no bones about it. Max Verstappen may start the race in 15th. Well, he could actually be in 14th because it depends where Charles Leclerc has a 10-place grid penalty, so it depends where Charles Leclerc qualifies. But yeah, Max will win the race. Max will win the race from 15th. You better believe it. And then we'll have to listen to Red Bull just like, oh yeah, we did it the hard way. You know, I don't think anything can stop them. Sorry, I'm sneezing. I think I'm allergic to Red Bull. Right, so what we thinking then? I'm going to do a new poll, guys. Now that we know Max isn't going to get pole, it opens things up. So. Perez. So let's go Perez. Let's go Leclerc, Alonso. Who else would we go for? I'm going to go these four. I'm going to go 2 Ferraris, Perez, and Alonso.
Unnecessary stress. No worries. Let's focus on Q3.
I think it's going to be Perez, you know. I think Alonso might take him. Alonso's been pretty close to Perez. It's only Max that's been 5 or 6 tenths ahead of that. I think Alonso can take Perez. Look, the only thing that could stop Perez is a concrete wall or a gearbox issue, okay? Lance Stroll isn't going to get pole position, but I mean, if he did, well, luck he won't. But if he did, but luck he won't.
We missed the cut. I understand your frustration, mate, but you did an absolutely fabulous job with what you had there.
Thanks, mate.
Someone said on Twitter that Red Bull have been taking Alpha Tauri's wind tunnel time to test their own parts. That's not allowed. That would be highly illegal.
Joe, we are currently P11 mode end. P11.
Do people actually believe that shit?
So finally P12. Just half a tenth missing to top 10. Solid qualifying, Joe. Good job.
Say that, yeah. So Red Bull have been like, oh, Alpha Tauri, we need some of that wind tunnel time to test our shit, yeah? We don't want to test your shit, right? Because that's I'm sure they need that. I'm sure Red Bull really need that. I mean, it's the most illegal thing possible. It would be like, obviously not done that. It's just people saying stuff like that just cracks me up. Anyway, they changed Max's gearbox, by the way. So that's a new gearbox. That's Max's second gearbox, by the way. Just throwing that out there. They changed his gearbox, so hey, Calf. Okay, okay. So Perez set his time on used softs, apparently. So, yeah, maybe saying Fernando's going to get poles a little bit. Okay, it's a little bit far-fetched. Oh, dear. I don't know. It must have been before qualifying. So... Now, bearing in mind, Red Bull had problems in the first race. He's been talking about downshifts ever since Bahrain, if any of you remember. In Bahrain, Max was saying that he was having really bad downshifts, and he managed it because he was so far ahead that it didn't really matter. And then in, I'm not sure if it was FP1 or FP2, he was saying that he was having really slow downshifts in Jeddah now. So they've obviously got some sort of inherent problem going on with the gearbox that isn't just related to this one failure. There's obviously some sort of issue going on across the board that's gearbox related that they're going to have to get on top of.
Okay, single time lap. Let's have a good go on this one.
Yeah.
Just push when you're ready.
God, Fernando Alonso. Alonso, Fernando Alonso. Ooh, I was close to the wall. 28.9. Charles Leclerc quickest in the second sector, though, the middle sector. Fernando, so that was slower than his Q2 time, yeah.
Okay, checker, we've bought ourselves a bit of time. Just focus on your tyre, Pat.
Well, Sainz went third, 4/10ths down. Charles Leclerc! Boshed it in first. Well, because if they built it without the walls, they wouldn't be able to say this the fastest street circuit, would they? That's what they want.
Okay, everyone's in phase with you. You can go to Delta. We obviously saw what happened there in turn 1.
Yeah. Alonso goes third, but he's on fresh tyres. He's on fresh tyres. Half a second down. Russell. Oh, Russell. Russell's got... I was saying this earlier. Russell's got some tenths on Hamilton. He's way more comfortable than Lewis Hamilton. George has had the edge in qualifying. He's 3 tenths up on Lewis's time. Only a tenth slower than Charles Leclerc. So, yeah. Are they on used tyres? I think Alonso was on used tyres. Perez is on used tyres, I think. I think Alonso was on used tyres.
Still struggling turn 1, 2, but was better.
Yeah, copy.
About two Ferraris in the last corner. Oh, yeah. Perez by half a second. Okay. Okay.
So, Fernando, if we want to have time for a warm-up push next time, we'll have to be quite a quick turnaround. Are you thinking to do the same as this run?
Yeah, it's okay, the same as this one, I think. Okay, that's provisional pole by 0.4 of a second. Keep up the pace. Compose ourselves.
It's not 0.4, is it? It's 0.492. It's 0.5. Oscar Piastri is doing a grand job, by the way. A grand job. Hey, monkey face. So they're a little bit. Oscar Piastri's a little bit out of sync. He's currently doing his lap, whereas the other guys have already done theirs. Perez is going back out now, so we're about to get all the final. We're about to get the final runs from everyone. It didn't. Yeah, but it didn't look like it was that bad, though, was it? The floor took like the plank took most of it. I think it'd be fine. Won't be an issue.
Yeah, happy to keep it. Copy. Standout corners. Anything you want with this help? Alright. Happy there. Copy. Fresh shot on. Go again.
Well, Piastri went over that curb and it was very smooth. Bloody hell. What's this lap going to be from Oscar? 9th. Yeah, 29.7. He's going to start 10th. Well, actually, yeah, he'll start. He'll actually start 9th because of Charles Leclerc's penalty. Interesting. Right, Leclerc's on his way out. Perez is on his way out. That's right. Well, no, he'd be 11th because it's 10 from where you are. I think. So if he's first, he'll start 10th. Oh, Carlos Sainz got a car coming out the pits. That is not what he wanted. Oh, that's terrible for Carlos Sainz. Oh, that is a nightmare for him. He definitely lost time there in the first corner. George Russell was coming out of the pits. Nothing he could do. Oh, that's definitely cost him a massive... Oh, that's ruined him. His engineer should have been telling him on the radio, just slow out of the pits. There's a car coming around the first corner. He wasn't for some reason. He should have been telling him. He's ruined Sainz's lap now. Right. Alonso, not a great first sector, but he might be trying to save the tires for the middle sector and the last sector. He wasn't miles off.
And next car behind will be Sainz at 4 seconds.
Doesn't look like anyone's going to be able to match Perez, does it? I was up to... Yeah, he's down by a 10th in the second sector. Oh, God, the helmet cam was shaky there. Fernando! Second. Half a second, man. Lance Stroll is up in the first sector. Not a Lance Stroll pole. No, please. Terrible first sector for Hamilton. Charles Leclerc is down by not by much. Lance Stroll to pole, imagine. Oh, he's down by not by much. Oh, he's fucked it. He's fucked it there. I think he lost time through like turn 2021. Yeah, Hamilton's done a shit lap as well. Hamilton's not going to improve on 7th. Lance Stroll. 5th. Stays 5th. Yeah. Dog shit lap for Hamilton. Oof, that was a terrible lap. He's really struggled, man. Charles Leclerc goes 2nd. Only 1/10. Well, 1.5 tenths. Perez did a terrible lap as well. Carlos? 5th. So, okay, so Perez does get pole. Charles Leclerc's getting a 10th place grid penalty, so he's going to be in 12th. That means Alonso is going to be in 3rd. George Russell is going to be... no, Alonso's going to be in 2nd. George Russell in 3rd. Carlos Sainz in 5th. Then it's going to be Stroll, Ocon, Hamilton, Piastri, Gasly. So Hamilton's going to start in 7th. George Russell's going to start in 3rd. Alonso 2nd. Perez 1st.
Obviously, everyone's still got to set lap times, so I'll let you know how we go.
Well.
Look after the fuel on the way in.
Yeah. Not a great lap from Carlos Sainz, has to be said. Alonso's dropped off towards the end. Hamilton's was terrible. Hamilton's been struggling, to be honest. George Russell's had a couple attempts on Hamilton all qualifying, which is weird because Hamilton had a couple of attempts on him all of the practice sessions. So George has found something. Well, apart from FP2, George didn't look very comfortable FP2.
Well done.
So yeah, Max is going to start P15, but if anyone, he's got to get past cars like Ocon, Gasly, Sainz, Russell, Alonso, Leclerc, Perez. He's got to get through a lot of quick cars. So it's not a given, but I think the pace of the Red Bull is so extreme that...
Well done, guys. Amazing, amazing.
Yeah. There you have it. There you have it. There you have it. Checo! Checo. My name is Checo Perez. I get pole position because my teammate crashed. Okay, he didn't crash. He retired. Look, let's be honest. If Max was here, Max would be on pole position. Let's not pretend. Let's not pretend. But Max had an issue, therefore Checo gets it. Yeah, but Red Bull's so quick in a straight line, and there's some really easy DRS. Look, we'll see, won't we? We'll see what happens. But I'm interested now to see the race. I'm really excited for the race because we're going to have a fast Max Verstappen in 15th coming through the field. And that is going to make it a little bit more exciting than perhaps it was going to be. So, yeah. I'm hopeful. Max will win. Max will win. We'll see what happens with the whole situation and what have you. Right. That's it from me. That's it from me. I appreciate all of you stopping by. I will obviously be live tomorrow as well for the race. While you're here, maybe go check out a video or two. And maybe like it and maybe share it and maybe all the rest of it. And yeah. I will catch you tomorrow at 5 o'clock. I'll probably be live like 1:45 or something like that for the race. So it could be a good one. I wasn't expecting it to be a good one, but it might now be a good one where Max is starting. So we'll see. Thank you very much, and I will see you tomorrow.